can do something with you. Jerry, you have no idea who flew in today. Owl moles. What we'll be making with these little owl molds is chocolate owls filled with something delicious inside. Let me tell you what you need. Some white chocolate, some dark chocolate, and if they are lactose and gluten-free annoying people, you could use some 70% cocoa Lindt chocolate, some peanut butter. As an alternative, I know lots of people aren't very much into peanut butter on a health buzz, so you could use macadamia nut butter or any other nut butter of your choice. About 3 tablespoons worth of icing sugar. That's 3 tablespoons worth of peanut butter. And then as a little treat, I think it would be great to hide something inside and add some nuts, and I'm just using peanuts in this one. The first ingredients that we need is chocolate. Chocolate over there. I'm using dairy milk. There's no product placement in this ad. So what you need to do is break the chocolate into small pieces, and then we're going to put it in our trusty old microwave. You could put the chocolate in a bowl and put it on a double boiler on the stove, but life's a little bit too short and I'm willing to take risks, even health risks, so let's get this started. Once the chocolate's melted, it's all smooth, there are no more hard pieces, you've just got a perfect smooth chocolate consistency. And that's when you're going to need your mold. So the mold that I'm using is about 20 millimeters deep or so. It's very important to use a deep mold so you can get the effect of the various layers that comes with this little chocolate. And I'd highly advise you to use a silicone mold, mostly because you can press it out, so there's not going to be any issues in pushing the chocolate out. And a big detail is the actual design. So if you have issues with pushing the chocolate out, it's going to kind of like ruin half the effect of it. Even though this tastes good, it looks really pretty. You just start dripping about a tablespoon's worth of chocolate in each mold, like that. And what you need to do is just press it a little bit on the sides so it coats everything, the whole center and the whole circumference of the mold. And you're going to do that for each and every owl. So once you've filled all the molds, just give it a bit of a tap, and this will allow any air bubbles to surface. And now we're going to need to get this to harden. And I don't know about you, but I find it really hard to remember what appliances do what function. So I find labeling things a lot easier. So we're just going to pop this into the frozen stuff section, into the freezer. And I would say put it in for about 10-15 minutes or so until it's nice and hardened, and we move on to the next layer. So next up is our peanut butter center. Now I'm trying to imitate a Reese's peanut butter cup, and I found that mixing 2 simple ingredients seems to do the trick. This is a bit of a process, and what I also find is that some peanut butters are runnier or thicker than others, and then you need to kind of measure whether you need to add more icing sugar or not. It would then be less sweeter, but it doesn't really matter because the chocolate is quite sweet, and what you want is a bit of that peanut butter taste. As you can see, it's getting quite stuffy and sticky, and it's harder to mix, and you are definitely going to get icing sugar all over your table and kitchen. So I've taken the mold with the chocolate out of the freezer, and you can see that it has solidified. It's quite hard now. That's what you want. If it's even a little soft, the peanut butter is going to kind of not place well in the mold. So this is a bit of the sticky and tricky part, is that you need to put in about, I'd say about a half a teaspoon's worth of peanut butter. We're going to tap these down. So I know that they look a bit chunky right now, but we're going to have to tap them down to make sure that they stay in place. I'm just going to tap them down like that. You do want a distinct layer, so add more if you'd like. I mean, it won't cause a problem. It'll just be more yumminess in the owl's tummy. So now that we've filled the tummies with peanut butter, we will be adding our pecans. In the jar. There we go. Just checking if they are fresh. I'm almost convinced. I just think I need another one. Yeah, they're pretty good. Now that the pecan nuts are in the bellies of the little owls, we are going to add our last and final layer, which is the white chocolate. I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes white chocolate can be a little bit sexy, don't you think? Once you've undressed your white chocolate, you can place it again in a microwave bowl, break it up into pieces, and pop it into the microwave. So once your white chocolate's been melted, you can add it onto your molds, last and final layer, and that will go on top. White chocolate tends to be quite runnier than dark chocolate, so it should fill all the creases. Also, the reason I put the white chocolate on last is because it takes longer to harden as well. So from a time perspective, it just makes more sense to add the white chocolate last. Once your white chocolate's been put in each of the molds, you're just going to tap it down again to get any air bubbles out, and this will also ensure that the chocolate spreads to any little crevice in the mold. And we are going to put them back into the freezer. So after about a half an hour, these will have hardened. And now for the final test and setting these owls free. So you can see that, you can feel when you press down on this that they loosen quite quickly. So I'm just going to do one at a time and push them out. And there you have your little owl. You'll be able to see the layers on the side and a pretty little picture.